Kettlebell Suitcase Deadlift. This is a great exercise to really focus on hinging while also challenging your core control. You want to start the movement by putting your feet hip-width apart and placing the kettlebell just to the side of your foot. This is a hinge movement, so it means that the movement is going to be initiated by you driving your hips backwards and keeping the tension through your hamstrings and your glutes. You'll see that as Rachel lowers herself down, she's pushing her bum backwards and only lowering enough to just touch the ground. This will result in her shins being somewhat of a vertical angle. Now, this may change from person to person and you may find that your knees come forward ever so slightly. You'll notice that Rachel has both of her lats on, so not just on the side where you're holding the kettlebell, but the other arm that's not holding anything. She's got a nice strong hand, a nice strong lat to keep tension overall and to really make sure that we don't swing about. We want to make sure that we've got constant tension through our midsection. We're coming down, touching the ground, and then snapping back up by pushing our hips forwards. Common mistakes we see. The first one is shifting all of our weight onto the loaded side. You can see here as Rachel holds the kettlebell, her core isn't on, her lats aren't on. All she's simply doing is picking up the kettlebell from the ground. You can see that this is resulting in her leaning to that loaded side. Everything's all over the shop and there's no overall tension. Another thing we see is lack of tension through the lats and back. On both the loaded and unloaded side, you can see that Rachel doesn't have her lats on, she isn't depressing and she isn't popping her lats into the back pocket. She's just caving through her mid-back, there is no engagement, there is no focus, her chest is dropping. Another thing we see is squatting instead of hinging. You can see that Rachel's coming down and her knees are traveling too far forward. She's not initiating the movement by her hips. Her knees are coming forward and it just looks like a squat. Instead, try this. Make sure we set up our feet in that correct position, initiating from our hips and then lowering ourselves down to the kettlebell. When we do this, we can build tension through our hamstrings and our glutes. Lats are both on the loaded and unloaded side, making sure that we've got our core, the brace all the way around, hinging and lowering ourselves to the bottom.